Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Alina. In today's video, I'll be showing you how to achieve this very dramatic but also very easy smoky eye, and I'll be using the Bling Boss palette from Morphe and Jaclyn Hill Vault collection. So if you like it, just keep on watching. So first I'll be going with the shade Mystic, and I'm using a small crease brush. This one is from Makeup Geek, and I just placed that color in my crease. Next I'm going to pick up the shade Rockstar on a small blending brush. This one is Morphe M506, and I'm just going over the edges of the dark color. You want to make sure to keep that rounded shape, so you don't want to bring the color up too high. So we're just going over the edges. Next I'll be going with the shade Hush Hush and the same blending brush. Well, it's not the same brush, but it's also Morphe 506. I like using small blending brushes for this kind of looks because I feel like it's just easier to be more precise and keep that shape. If you guys working with the same palette, just be patient. These shadows, let's just say they're not the most blendable. Definitely not the same quality as the original Jaclyn Hill palette, but if you take your time, you'll get there. Now I'm gonna go back with the darker shades again to bring that intensity back, because after all the blending, they kind of faded. Now I'm going to apply Maybelline gel liner all over my lid, and that's going to be our base for the darker eyeshadow. The gel liner will make the colors look a lot more intense, but even if you don't have one, use a little bit of concealer and don't set it. If it's a matte eyeshadow you apply all over the lid, it's very important to have that base for it to stick to, otherwise it might end up looking patchy. Now the next shade I'm about to use will have a ton of fallout. It was a disaster on the other side, so I'm gonna set my under eye with a very generous amount of powder. Now I'll be going with the shade Berry Treasure, and I'm using a flat synthetic brush to put it all over my lid. I was really excited to use this shade, but it wasn't exactly what I expected. Basically, it's a black matte eyeshadow with purple glitter mixed in. If you keep blending, that glitter is gonna fall off. The problem is that glitter just fades away, and I had to reapply it multiple times to do the intro. By the way, I'm using our first shade Mystic and the same small crease brush to blend out the edges of our gel liner. So yeah, I think it's just too much fallout, too much work for what you get, because after 2 hours you're barely gonna see any glitter on your lids. I think it just makes more sense to use a matte shadow in this case. I'm using a definer brush to place Berry Treasure next to my lower lash line. It is the darkest shade in the palette, and like I said, it's going to look matte anyway. Next, I'm gonna use the shades Mystic and Rockstar, the same shades that we used on the lid, to blend it out. To highlight, I'm gonna use the shade Bling Bling. This one is so pretty. I actually used it to highlight my whole face as well. For the waterline, I'll be using my Anastasia Beverly Hills lip palette, and I'll be mixing black with this dark purple. Finally, gonna apply mascara and some lashes. The ones that I'm using are not for sale anymore, I think, but any lashes are fine. And now we're all done. If you guys like this tutorial, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you in my next video. Bye!